Hello everyone, howdy y'all. Stuart Smith here from J Talk Extra Time with a quick preview video for the upcoming J2 fixtures this weekend. I'm wearing a hat because I spoke about this on the podcast once. It's almost the same model as Kim Jong-un wears in some of the videos where he goes walking around. Anyway, enough of that, because I know last time my video was pretty long, so I was thinking about how I could time something, and I've come up with this idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink this BrewDog Dead Pony Club session pale ale. It's a session, it's 3.8%. I'm recording this at 11 o'clock because I've got work in the morning, so I'm just going to keep it to the session, but I'm going to time this video so that it lasts no longer than the time it takes to drink this particular beer, this BrewDog that does say saddle up for session. Okay, so so the time when I open this can will be the time that the preview starts, and by the time I take the last sip from this can, the preview should be finished, and yeah, we should take it from there. So without further ado, gotta be able to open this. This is crazy. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Yikes, crikey. Pale ale was a bit lively, but anyway, let's go for the let's go for the previews. So, full match day this Saturday and Sunday coming up, and there's some really good games on the slate. Okay, so we'll take it one by one. Tokyo Verdy coming off the back of 2 straight wins, hosting Monterio Yamagata at Ajinomoto Stadium. That should be a pretty even game. Like Tokyo Verdy have just turned the corner a little bit in the past two games. Monterio Yamagata had a decent draw at Albrechts Niigata last time out, so a bit of a toss-up there. Albrechts Niigata, speaking of the Devils, they're hosting Mito Hollyhock. Now, Mito Hollyhock had an excellent 4-0 win against Machida Zelvia in the last round. They've shown a few signs that they might be able to get something together, but they're a slightly unpredictable team, and yeah, Albrechts Niigata, as we know, they can score goals for fun whenever they want, so I think this might be a bit of a high-scoring affair. Let me check my notes. Oh, Vanfori Kofu hosting Jeff United Chiba. Vanfori coming off a 1-0 win at home to Ormia. Jeff United coming off 2 defeats. They're coming off a defeat against Tokyo Verdy last weekend. If the gods are looking at Vanfori Kofu winning, then you can put your bottom dollar on a Jeff United Chiba win, I think. That's nice. One of the biggest games of the day takes place, one of the biggest games of the match day takes place at Yamaha Stadium. Jubilo Iwata hosting Tokushima Vortis. Jubilo winners last time out against Giravantsky Takushi, thanks to their 2 subs, Lukian and Seiya Nakano. They've got a good, strong stable of forwards that they look like they can rotate. But they'll be tested against Tokushima. Tokushima lost last time out at home against Avispa Fukuoka, a game which they largely dominated, but it's one of the things about Ricardo Rodriguez's Tokushima side. They look good, but do they have that real scything cutting edge? It's going to be down to the likes of Atsushi Kawata to kind of push them or finish off all the good build-up play that they do as a team. That'll be a really interesting game, I think, at the Yamaha Stadium. Omiya versus Matsumoto Yamaga. So Matsumoto Yamaga a little bit under the radar, but starting to kick into gear. They're They won 2-0 against Gunma last time out. Fairly routine win. Again, they've got a decent stable of forwards. They've got a lot of interchangeable parts up front. Toyofumi Sakano, Serginho is one of the best players in the division. Taro Sugimoto is finally starting to show a bit more kind of solid returns on his potential. He's a player who's always had potential, but it's kind of taken a long time to kick into gear. But he seems to be thriving a little bit more in this kind of new look Matsumoto Yamaga setup. Omiya, yeah, they're second in the league. They're coming off a defeat at Vamfori Kofu. Maybe a lack of cutting edge for them. I think they're going to be strong. They'll be set up strong. They'll be difficult to break down. I think this might be a slightly attritional game, but it's a game that it wouldn't surprise me if Matsumoto took something from this game. I think Matsumoto is slowly beginning to become a tough nut to crack, I think. You want goals? Ehime FC versus FC Ryukyu. Both these sides are pretty ropey at the back. So far this season, Ehime have been the ones who look good going forward. I think FC Ryukyu with Takuma Abe up front, Shinsuke Motegi, Yoshio Koizumi and Koya Kazama, they're still finding their way. To play together as a unit. It's at the back where they're pretty shit. Basically, I think they just need to settle on a defense and a goalkeeper and just get them to play together and get them to focus and get them to understand one another's strengths and weaknesses. I think there'll be goals in this game. Unfortunately for Ryukyu, I wouldn't be surprised to see quite a few goals for Ehime. Slightly under the radar game, Avispa Fukuoka versus Fagiano Okayama. Okayama are always the pre-season darlings of J2. I think we as a group of people who watch J2 always think, this is the year that Okayama are going to make that final push into the playoffs and into the promotion picture. So far they've been very kind of inconsistent. They do have star power in that team. They do have the young J, Satoki Oejo. Unfortunately, Brazilian midfielder Paulinho is out injured, but they've got the evergreen Kota Ueda playing in midfield as well. Avispa Fukuoka slowly hitting their stride. They won at Tokushima last week, and previous to that they had beaten Jubilo Iwata, so two very decent scalps for them. Hasebe, their manager, is starting to kind of implant his way of playing on the players, and they're looking pretty good right now. No Juanma last week. I wonder if that'll continue this week, but the form and the play of Dayatono, who's on loan from Kawasaki Frontale, is definitely one to watch. The J-League have chosen the game between Giravans Kitakyushu and Renofa Yamaguchi as their game to stream internationally for international fans of J2. Initially, you might think, what's going on? Quite possibly, though, I think this might be a really good game to watch. Giravans Kitakyushu are an all-round good team. They've been playing relatively well this year, and Daigo Kobayashi is a really, really good player on the right-hand side of their midfield. They're compact, but they've got a little bit of kind of forcefulness about them as well. Shinji Kobayashi, their manager, is he's one of the best around actually for getting J2 teams to play above their potential. Renofa Yamaguchi, really good going forward, a little bit suspect at the back, but I'm going to show you why I'm supporting Renofa. This is Henik. I used to play at FC Gifu Foraz, one of my all-time favourite Gifu players. He's he's very mild-mannered off the pitch, but don't cross him on the pitch because he's a bit of a beast when he gets into one of those kind of moods. I think this will be a really good game, actually. It'll be a chance for J2 observers to kind of see teams that they don't often get to see, I think. Yeah, I think it'll be highly entertaining, and it's in Kitakyushu, so you get to see their absolutely beautiful stadium that backs onto Kokoro Bay in the background. So sometimes when the ball gets kicked over the stand, it goes into the sea. C'est la vie, and that's what it is. Gunma versus Suigen Kanazawa. Gunma have really had better start getting their act together soon. They've let a lot of people down so far. I think on paper they have a decent enough squad to have a lot more points on the board than they do at the moment. Kanazawa, hard fought win at Tochigi SC last week. Yuto Shirai is rapidly becoming one of the best goalkeepers in the division. Keep an eye on that. It wouldn't surprise me if Kanazawa kept another clean sheet this week in Gunma. 2 more games. Machida Zelvia looking to get back on track against Tochigi. At Nozuta, I would assume that Ranko Popovic, the Machida manager, has read his players the riot act during the week. It wouldn't surprise me to see them get back on the winning road here. Although, having said that, Tochigi are pretty robust defensively. Shiota in goal, Masaya Tashiro at centre-back. They do very well. I've saved what I believe to be the biggest game of the weekend till the end. It's leaders, Viva Nagasaki against Kyoto Sanga. Kyoto Sanga, a lot of people's favourites for promotion this year. Nagasaki, not so much, but they're flying at the minute. They've got a good squad. They've got a good manager who knows when to make changes at the right time. This will be a really good test of both teams, actually, in their approach, because Kyoto, they'll play 3 at the back, so they'll have Jordi Boyce. They don't have Ryota Moriwaki now because he's out injured, but Jordi Boyce will be tasked with dealing with whoever Nagasaki stick up front. So whether it be Victor Ibaba with his strength and his pace, or whether it be Keiman Togashi with his kind of shiftiness inside and out. Luan likes to play a little bit off. They've got Otaki, who came off the bench to turn the game last week. It's going to be an interesting game. It'll be difficult to work out kind of which team is the strongest, but this is a bellwether game, and this is where kind of statements can be made, because if Kyoto go to Nagasaki and win, people start to look at them and think, yeah, this is for real. If Nagasaki win and keep their good run going, then I think a lot of people will actually start taking them seriously as genuine promotion contenders, and maybe they'll start to acknowledge the job that Makoto Teguromori has done so far. Personally, I would have chosen this as the game of the week to screen internationally for YouTube viewers around the world, but alas, I'm not in charge of the scheduling here. So that's a brief rundown. I think I've nearly finished my my Dead Pony Club. I'll take the last week. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you like this kind of video preview, let me know in the comments, and yeah, let us know what other kind of videos you want us to do. But in the meantime, please enjoy your J2 weekend, and I'll speak to you again soon. But until then, goodbye for now.